Hello, Portugal. Hey, folks. My name is David, and I welcome you to this show. We're back to take a quick look at the latest news from Portugal, from the past few days, and to stay connected with our beloved country. So, let's see what happened. Portuguese wine growers are protesting. Will they have to destroy another 36 million litres of wine this year? Big changes ahead for the airline TAP. The police reveal the speed checks for this July. An alleged wave devastates the Algarve. And Liverpool pays a historic tribute to Diogo Jota. Let's go. Intro. Will Portuguese wine growers have to destroy another 36 million litres of wine this year at the next harvest? That's exactly what might happen, because the number I just mentioned is simply the amount of wine destroyed last year through emergency distillation. With this measure, which is supposed to be temporary, wine growers who have too much stock in excess can destroy their production. And so the wine is then turned into alcohol for industry or for energy. In exchange, producers receive financial support. In 2024, it was 42 cents per litre, except for Douro wines, where the financial support goes up to 75 cents per litre. Yes, even the Douro region, as famous as it is struggling. To the point that wine growers are asking themselves this question: will they have to pull up their vines? Some of them expressed their dissatisfaction during a protest a few days ago. As explained by the newspaper Publico, the year is shaping up to be particularly bleak as the grape harvest approaches quickly. But in reality, what is the problem? Actually, there are several, and they're not new. There's too much production. Consumers are drinking less wine and less port. Difficult weather increases production costs. And manufacturing costs are rising: labour, energy, agricultural inputs, and so on. Since 2020, crisis distillation has cost 54 million euros to the community. The funds come largely from the European Common Pot and partly from Portuguese public funds. But keeping the sector on life support in the long term isn't viable, even if it's important in Portugal. According to figures from the Portuguese Wine and Spirits Association, the wine sector accounted for 2.7% of GDP in 2021 and 3.4% of employment. In the face of these challenges, there are obviously solutions as well. For example, reducing production, as we've already mentioned, diversifying products, for instance, offering different wines, high-end ones, or developing wine tourism, planting grape varieties that are more resistant to drought, developing online promotion and sales of products, diversifying export markets, and so on. The sector is facing a major challenge. You might be getting on a TAP plane this summer. Well, 49% of the airline will be privatized. The Portuguese Prime Minister has just announced it. On the other hand, our Montenegro might not be much of a salesman. We don't want to keep throwing money into a bottomless pit. That's what he said in his announcement. That's probably not the best way to drive up the bids. But yes, since its launch in 1945, TAP has almost always been a public company. I say almost, because there was a quick sale to private companies in 2015. A decision that was quickly overturned by the new socialist government at the time. A few years later, in 2023, the socialists changed their minds and decided to sell apart. But then, disaster. It turned into a political circus, governments fell, and the matter still hasn't been settled to this day. It has to be said that this has been a sensitive topic since 2020 and the pandemic. The Portuguese state has injected more than 3 billion euros into the company. Beyond this key point, there are other important issues, like maintaining the hub in Lisbon, using Portuguese infrastructure, or ensuring mobility for the Portuguese people. In short, it's a major issue for the coming months in Portugal, and that's why I'm telling you about it. And to finish, I had to ask you, do you know what TAP stands for? Actually, it's quite simply Portuguese Air Transport. Here is the list of speed checks in Portugal for the month of July. The information is shared by the PSP itself. Just a reminder, PSP stands for Public Security Police. In this list, you can see the date, time, and location of the radar checks. The police specify that this is a provisional schedule that may be subject to change. If you live in Portugal or if you're there on vacation, this list could be useful. Simply to be extra careful where you need to, of course, not to play at being Fangio. The goal, obviously, is to pay attention everywhere you drive. I'll put the list in the description of the full show on YouTube and in the podcast. A giant wave crashes down on the Algarve. That's what this video claims to show. It was posted by a Portuguese woman who apparently lives in France. Since then, it has racked up millions of views on Facebook. Except, it's all fake. And some people didn't get that, as you can see in the comments next to the video. As several articles explain, the video was faked using artificial intelligence. In reality, the footage has been circulating for several weeks. It has been posted on different accounts, referencing other places like Miami, for example. So no, there hasn't been a giant wave in the Algarve. On the sports side, Liverpool had never done this before. The club is paying a historic tribute to Diogo Jota. The number 20 worn by the Portuguese player will no longer be used. The Reds are retiring it from all categories, including the women's teams. He passed away a few days ago in a car accident with his brother. The club, as I mentioned, had never honoured a player's memory in such a way. At the women's Euro football tournament held in Switzerland, our navigators, as they're called, have been stringing together poor results. The Portuguese women lost 5-0 to Spain, the 2023 World Cup winners and favourites for the tournament. They then drew 1-1 with Italy, who needed a win to keep their hopes alive. The women's national team ultimately lost to Belgium 1-2. Their journey ends here. Still in football, for what it's worth, the Portuguese men's team has moved up one spot in the FIFA World Rankings. They snatched 6th place from the Netherlands after their Nations League triumph. Finally, let's pay tribute to Teresa Cupertino de Miranda. The online newspaper O Observador has announced her passing at the age of 78 after a long illness. She was the first Portuguese woman to take part in the Paris-Dakar in 1992. The driver also took part in many other races and expeditions across Europe, Asia, Africa, and even South America. Teresa Cupertino de Miranda travelled all over the world. Before we say goodbye, here's what's coming up. The Alcobaça Music Festival runs until August 2nd. The event takes advantage of the incredible charm of the city's monastery, a masterpiece of Cistercian Gothic art. Another beautiful venue this time hosts a piano festival. This is Óbidos. The event is running until July 25th. And if you like cinema, meet us in Vila do Conde. 240 films compete in the competitions, national and international, until July 20th. And if you're more in Lisbon, head to Lago de São Carlos. Free shows are organised there until July 28th, with symphonic music, ballet, and even theatre. Thank you for listening. It was a pleasure to see you again. If you want to support my work, well, share this video and subscribe. That way you'll get even more content about Portugal. If you have any ideas or suggestions, you can send me an email using the address in the description. See you next time.